doing this thing amazingly. The God of the Bible is the God of now, and he's just as amazing, just as awesome. And so when we look at this mystery of Israel, the end times really begins in many ways with this year. 1867, Jubilean year, the visit of the stranger, and everything begins. The seeds are all planted for what's happening now.
But Shmuel Clemens, by the way.
Yes. I'm sure he wouldn't say that, but
right.
That's right. But he was born for that name. And so then, if you count to the 50th year, Jubilee, restoration, comes 1917, the next restoration of Israel. And that's when it happens through a whole world war, and God causes empires to rise and fall, that the prophecy can be fulfilled. The land is given to Israel in that year of Jubilee, Allenby, Balfour Declaration. So that's where we left off. And when there were
By
many
the way,
mysteries.
you're covering a huge amount of material in a few sentences.
Yes, that's right.
That's why you're really going to have to dig into this.
That's right. And again, about 1 out of 7 mysteries can we talk about because of this stuff. But okay, so now, before we get to there's an amazing thing here now, and this is a kind of a different Jubilee, but it's an amazing one. Theodor Herzl. Theodor Herzl is the father, the visionary of Israel. Years before it came into existence, he had the vision. But what people don't know is before he died, Jonathan, he revealed a secret. And he had a dream when he was growing up. And the dream was that he saw the Messiah. And the Messiah said, for this boy I prayed, he will prepare the way for my people, for my coming. He will prepare my people for my coming. Now remember, Jesus said, I'm not coming back until the Jewish people are back in Jerusalem saying, Baruch haba, blessed. So Theodor Herzl was used, and he never told anybody till he was about to die.
And his son was a believer.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, it's amazing. And the thing is that, and remember when Messiah is leaving and they said, at this time you will restore the kingdom to Israel. Well, he didn't say no. He said it's not for you to know when. The one who's restoring Israel is Yeshua. It's not just, it's God, but it's Yeshua. So Herzl calls together the first Zionist Congress. That's to go back to Israel. They have a flag, they have an anthem, but they have no nation. It's all by faith. And so he writes in his diary, he said, today I founded the Jewish state. The world won't believe it, but he says this, in 50 years' time, Jubilee, 50 years, the whole world will know it. Okay, when did he say it? He said it in 1897. Count 50 years, it takes you to 1947, the year that Israel is voted back into existence, and for the first time the whole world knows it. But I looked even deeper, Jonathan, and the document by which Israel came back into existence, the plan for Israel, has a date on it, and the date is September 3rd. I looked back at Herzl's prophecy, and the date he has is September 3rd. It happened exactly 50 years, Jubilee, to the day. So